Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, everybody. Happy Comrades Marathon Day. Happy Mnisi Wemvula Day. Mnisi did the things, guys. He said, I am here. I am Mnisi Wemvula. And my Lord, I have something to tell you. I literally have a race I must run on Sunday, the 8th of June, 2025. And guess what? He said, I have a race that I must run. I have a race that I must run. Please type it in the comment section down below. Mnisi had a race that he must run today. Drop a one in the comment section if you can hear me loud and clear, because this is Miss I Digress, okay? I saw someone refer to me as Miss I Digress in another chat group, and I said, okay, I'll embrace it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see your comments. Let me see your comments. Let's make sure everything is going. There we go. There we go. Okay, you're hearing me loud and clear. This is exciting. And of course, if a channel member says they're hearing me, we are ready to start. Guys, I am beyond overjoyed. Okay, I am overjoyed that Mnisi Wemvula said, my Lord, I heard you the 10th time, okay? I heard you that you expect me to be in court on Monday. But my Lord, what is absolutely disappointing is the fact that you didn't hear me the first time. I sent an email, which those in the legal Ndondonis, okay, Dalimpofu, and others who wear the coat of advocacy and law Ndondonis are in the part of the justice, what, okay, you name it, they are there. LPC, Judges Matter, everybody said, Mnisi Wemvula did the right thing. You see, Mnisi sent an email to Judge Ratha'S registrar. And Judge Ratha got really upset that he sent an email to his registrar and not directly to him. And then the question becomes, what's your email address, Judge Ratha? We will send you that email. Listen, Mnisi Wemvula said, there is a race that I must run, okay? I am notifying you that I'm going to be running the Comrades Marathon. Do you know what it's like when you go and tell your mother or you go and tell your father something that is great and you expect them to celebrate you? You expect them to be happy for you, and your father just minimizes you to nothing. Do you remember the day when Mnisi Wemvula said, stop treating me like a child? And I'm just paraphrasing there. If you remember the exact quote, make sure you drop it in the comment section down below. But if you're asking yourself, I really want to comment, where's the comment section on Mzansi Unfiltered Live's comment section? Is reserved strictly for channel subscribers. So if you are not a subscriber, today is the day I catch you out. You won't be able to interact, to engage, to join the conversation, and most importantly, to express yourself. So do yourself a favor, hit that subscription button, turn on the notifications. Also, make sure you share the video. This is a celebration, okay, live of the Comrades Marathon. Now, let me confess. Let me confess, okay? It is Sunday, so I think it's a good day for me to confess. I have never ran a race, okay? I never ran a race. 100 meters is a bit of a struggle. But Mnisi Wemvula said, my name is Mnisi Charles Wemvula. Call me Advocate Mnisi Wemvula when I'm inside Phakathi, the courtroom. But outside on the streets, I wear a bib across my shirt. And that bib number is, I'm not going to say it, but I have a bib number. Comrades Marathon knows me by name. Not only do they know me by name, guys, drop your bells in the comment section down below, because Mnisi did it, okay? If you didn't already know, breaking news, Mnisi Wemvula went to the Comrades Marathon this morning. What you gonna do about it, huh? Mnisi said, what you going to do about it? It is Sunday. And this is the day that the Lord has made. What are you going to do about it? So Mnisi didn't just show up. Listen, I have learned a lot from Advocate Mnisi Wemvula, okay? I don't know what you guys have learned, but I'm going to share what I, Mzansi Unfiltered, have learned. I have learned that there's a lot of adversity in life. There are a lot of people who will come against you, but if you know who you are and you stand on business, you do what you've got to do. We saw Mnisi Wemvula do the marathon inside Phakathi, the courtroom, okay? Because justice must be served, and he is dedicated not only to one accused person, but to two. And he said, no problem, my lord, I will read the 40,000 pages, but can you give me time? And Mnisi and my lord said, oh my goodness, why do you need so much time? I have read everything. Ask my wife, ask my children. And Mnisi said, I repeat, I need more time. You see, I'm not like you, my lord. You are just reading. I, Mnisi Wemvula, advocate Mnisi Wemvula. Remember, my lord said we must call people by their titles. So, advocate Mnisi Wemvula, the Comrades Marathon runner, said, let me tell you something. I'm not just reading, I am analyzing, and then I'm backing it up. And then I must consult my client. And then I must check in with the witnesses. And then let me tell you something. When I come to cross-examine Brigadier Bohani Nicholas Gininda, walls will fall. The walls of Jericho are falling, but don't take my word for it. If you have not been following the SENZO MEYIWA trial closely, stay tuned, because Mzansi Unfiltered has been on a mission. But as of this week, after realizing mainstream channels, there's some people who go to work and they cannot watch the entire 5-hour stream. So they rely on mainstream media to give them a summary of what exactly happened, so they remain in tune. Because just because you're not watching the SENZO MEYIWA trial live doesn't mean you are no longer interested in justice for SENZO MEYIWA. Drop a 2 in the comment section if you're here for justice for SENZO MEYIWA. Let me open a drink, because you know what? When someone completes a marathon, we need to celebrate them. So grab a drink, okay? Grab a drink. Where's my drink? Okay. We're all going to open a drink and hit that cheers button, okay? We're about to cheers an advocate, okay? An advocate who was humiliated inside Phakathi within the courtroom. What an embarrassment it was to the justice system. You see, if I were to call Sifiso Meyiwa and say, hey, Sifiso Meyiwa, how you doing? Are you interested in giving us just a little comment? What do you think about Mnisi Wemvula going for the Comrades Marathon? He's going on Sunday, but on Monday, he won't be able to be inside Phakathi, the courtroom. Shololo hasn't been there, but the court proceeded without her every single day. Now, let me know, did you hear Mnisi Wemvula saying, my lord, I need you to shut court down on Monday, because I will not be there, because I will be from the Comrades Marathon. And, it's a mentally and physically tasking thing. I will be on my way back inside Phakathi, the Pretoria North High Court, but just not on Monday, my lord. Can you just grant me that one day? When everybody else enjoyed and did whatever else they did between January and May 19, 2025, while I, Mnisi Wemvula, was reading the 60,000 pages. Well, we know now Baloyi and friends over there at the prosecutorially led investigation were looking through the 700 photos. And from 700 photos, they found an additional 16 photos, plus 3 photos that they want to bring inside Phakathi, the courtroom. And Baloyi set up the projector because, he is the prosecutorially led investigation, Dondoni NPA, Dondoni DPP, but whatever acronyms. And he set up that projector and he beamed it. Okay, he beamed that first picture. And Mnisi Wemvula, who read 60,000 pages and at the same time was also preparing for the Comrades Marathon, he said, let me tell you something, Baloyi, you're a sneaky guy. One thing you're not going to do is catch me sleeping. What are you doing? What is that? We have never seen that photo. It is not a part of Exhibit X. And Baloyi responds, well, my lord, and then he puts his hands up, He puts his hands up like Donald Trump. Have you guys noticed that? And he puts his hands up and he says, well, you see, my lord, it was part of the 700 photos. We did disclose the 700 photos to the defense. And the defense said, oh, yeah? Sure, you gave us the 700 photos, but you told us you're only going to focus on Exhibit S. You see, this is what happens when you think the defense is fast asleep. Mnisi Wemvula's mind is sharp. I've learned from you guys in the comment section that when you run a marathon, it sharpens the mind. So all along, I was like, he must play chess. But no, it's the marathon effect. But let me go ahead and check in on your comments. Wow, there is 211 people inside Phakathi here to celebrate Mnisi Wemvula of the Comrades Marathon. Oh my goodness, thank you guys. Because that marathon, it gives you power. You see, Mnisi said, I have a race that I must run. Type, I have a race that I must run in the comment section down below. Let me open up my drink. Let's make so we're gonna mix something. Okay, we're gonna have something to help, okay, with the nerves. Because Mnisi had our nerves on nerves. Okay, our nerves were nerving this week. Okay, our nerves were on. Oh, there we go. Our nerves were nerving. But ooh, nice and cold. But you see, Mnisi didn't tell us. Don't worry about me, okay? I have a race I must run. My Lord can belittle me. My Lord can treat me like the stepson. My Lord can treat me like Cinderella while he treats the others, okay, with grace. But my name is Mnisi Wemvula, Advocate Mnisi Wemvula, and I represent accused number 1 and accused number 3. I will not be in court on Monday morning. I will not be in court on Monday morning because the marathon, I ran it and I completed it. Now, to those who don't know what the Comrades Marathon is, the Comrades Marathon is a South African institution and a worldwide inspiration. At its heart, it's a fortress between two cities, Pietermaritzburg and Durban, having grown in stature over 100 years. It is an event that fires up your spirit and feeds your soul. It's known worldwide for the body sapping challenges that it poses. You can either choose the down run or the up run. Either way, okay, you get to participate in a Guinness World Record event that makes you, breaks you, humbles you, and celebrates mankind's spirit over adversity. This is the ultimate human race. And I was still saying, if we were to contact SENZO MEYIWA, okay, respectfully, I'm not going to call him because I haven't prepped him ahead of time to say, is it okay if I call you while I'm on live? Because the people really want to know. If Advocate Mnisi Wemvula was to go for the Comrades Marathon, would this be an injustice to SENZO MEYIWA's legacy? Would it really be an injustice to have him have 1 day of rest after the entire time he came from May 19th, 2025, he met his obligations. He read they were 40,000 pages at the time of the first adjournment, and then it became 60,000 pages because we know somebody who is still on the witness stand extended the record by 20,000 pages. My goodness, the man can talk. I'm just glad I don't have to read that record. Mnisi Wemvula did it. He completed it, and he said, I have something else I want to tell the world. Not only can I read 60,000 pages in a very short period of time, I can also run the Comrades Marathon. And when I run the Comrades Marathon, I'm going to complete it. And this year, because my Lord humiliated me on national TV, and then we had mainstream media question my integrity. How dare they? So Mnisi said, I'm going to run this race. And he ran the race. And he finished the race within 10 hours, 42 minutes, and 4 seconds, giving an average of 7 minutes per kilometer. Now I'm going to ask you in the comment section down below, how long does it take you to run a kilometer? Have you run a kilometer? Well, okay. I have run a kilometer, okay? I'm just going to be that girl. I'm going to let you know I have. Not physically, on the treadmill. And I can tell you, I still cannot do it within 7 minutes, like Advocate Mnisi Wemvula. So we're going to drop the bell for the advocate because he deserves it. Guys, come on now. Come on. If you don't think he did a great job, you are also welcome to let us know in the comment section. I'll definitely read your comment because this is a safe space. If you have something to say, let us know. Let us understand your perspective, because I do know there are some people who say, my Lord was within his rights to say no. But there are some people who say, my Lord was not in his rights to say no because Mnisi did the right thing. There is no way an advocate can send an email to a judge directly. Where on this planet have you ever heard of that? Now, let me tell you, they're talking about this now worldwide, okay? It is now worldwide. Mnisi has made it worldwide with his request to attend the Comrades Marathon and the Judge Ratha'S utterances with regards to blacks. You see, there's a problem when you see white people or people who are not black suddenly entering the conversation and saying, what do you mean the judge said? What did the judge say? Now, you see, that's when you realize it's a huge problem. Because what do you call it? Because it's not black on black crime. It also can't be racism, because racism is against another race. But when it's to your brother, but then you say, wait a minute, maybe we are looking at this the wrong way. Maybe we need to say, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the whitest of them all? Because maybe you and I see a black man in a red robe. But you know, when you look in the mirror, you see yourself as you believe in yourself. Let me have a sip of this drink. Because, wow, Mnisi Wemvula did the things, guys. Let me go ahead and go through these comments. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I absolutely appreciate you. I want to give a shout out to Chosen One, okay? I set up this live last night o'clock, and Chosen One said, I'll be right there inside Pagati. Our first comment on this live came through last night. What? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. So when I logged in to get started with the live, set up my backend stuff, and I said, ooh, don't forget, when you're live, people know your location. Because I've disclosed many times that when I'm live, I only go live when I'm at home. And I said, wait, now we know. When you're live, people do the things. They come in and they do the pow pow. There was a TikToker who was pow powed while live. And I said, no, they're not going to catch me sleeping. At least I'll get a chance to run. I've turned on the alarm. Okay, so we are safe to continue. And the next comment says, it's from Sile, and it says, Minanje, am on my way to the street just now, waiting for Advocate Mnisi to pass the first group. Woo! I'm just so excited reading this comment. Oh my goodness, I didn't read it. Okay, calm down. Let's go. Sile says, Minanje, am on my way to the street just now, waiting for Advocate Mnisi to pass the first group. We'll be passing around 9. You will hear me screaming when I see him. When I saw him, for me, this is a very big day. Listen, when I found out, okay, I went inside Parati. I said, please, Lord, please let Mnisi have gone. Regardless of everything, it can't be for nothing. Let him have gone. And it said, Mnisi Wemvula started. Oh, I screamed. I was overjoyed. And I said, you know what? There are many times in life that we give up on things we want and life just throws things at us. But Mnisi has taught me, I can only speak for myself, that you've got to persevere through adversity. You've got to persevere even if mainstream media says you are wrong. You have got to persevere even if mainstream media is misquoting you. The nerve. But, so what time did he start? What did you say? The first group will be passing around 9. So he started, ladies and gentlemen, he started at 5:45 a.m. And then he said, I'm inside Pagati. And he did the 5-kilometer mark within 35 minutes. Say what now? What do you mean? 5 kilometers within 35 minutes. That sounds like I would have had to have been carried by a stretcher, but he did it. And then he says, no, 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 I'm not just stopping right here. I am Mnisi. Within an hour, guys, he was on it. Okay, he was actually at his best time. He was doing a kilometer at 6 minutes per kilometer. It was amazing. I mean, wow. Drop a 4 in the comment section if you think Mnisi did an amazing job. Oh, this next comment says, Mnisi Wemvula is flogging that tarmac. I agree with you. He flogged and he flogged and he flogged that horse. And he said, there is no way I cannot finish the Comrades Marathon. Are you kidding me? The world knows I am here. Thanks to the judge reading my message aloud on public TV. What is wrong? So Mnisi finished his race all the way. I don't know if he did the uphill or the downhill, but I know he did it. That's all that matters. I'm trying to find his times. Let me find his times. Okay. He did the best time. Okay. Wait. I like to quote things as they are. I don't want to allege. In 2016, he did the route, the Comrades Marathon, within 11 hours and 50 minutes. It was almost 12 hours. It was a tough one for him. And then in 2017, he said, no, I'm not the kind of man who gives up in life. I am re-registering and I'll be inside Pagati, the Comrades Marathon. And he did it again. He beat his last year time and he did it within 11 hours and 19 minutes. For some reason, he didn't do it in 2018 or 2019. I suspect he had work to do, okay? We have seen him. I can't remember the other marathon that he didn't do because he hadn't finished the 40,000 pages and he wasn't comfortable going for the marathon. If you know the name of the marathon, please make sure you drop it in the comment section so that we give them a shout out as well. So then in 2023, Mnisi said, I'm back. Like I never left. And he did it again. He finished his race in 11 hours and 7 minutes. In 2024, that is last year, he said, I'm doing it one more time. And he finished his race within 11 minutes and 38 seconds. Drum roll, please. In 2025, he said, you know what? I'm going to give it my best time ever. Okay. He gave his best time ever of the entire time he has ever been a part of the Comrades Marathon. What a time to be alive. What a time to witness this. Is it by coincidence because my Lord said he couldn't go and he said, no, I'm going to go, and I'm not only am I going to go, I'm going to flog that tarmac. Guess what he said? He said, and he finished the race within 10 hours. Okay, he did 1, 2, 3, he did 4 years, always doing 11 hours plus. But in 2025, he said, him, okay, Mnisi Wemvula, I'm gonna do it in 10 hours, 42 minutes and 4 seconds. Oh my goodness. Wow. Listen, I should become a sports commentator because this is some impressive, okay, fine. Those, the winners, they finished within the 5-hour realm, but we're not focused on them. We're focused on a man who was humiliated on national TV inside Pagati, the courtroom over there in Pretoria, with the judge, with the presiding judge saying, I don't care. Okay, You never addressed this email to me. It's against regulations, but I, damn, Judge Rata, you email me directly. I don't care what the world has to say. How dare you email my court registrar? How dare you? Okay, now I have to read it from her phone because I have no clue why she didn't print this. And we all already know I struggle with technology. Now this thing is making sound. Now it's playing audio. What in the Judge Rata's courtroom is going on here? Mnisi said, I have a race that I must run. And he ran that race and he exceeded or beat all his previous records. He beat his previous records. And not only did he beat his previous record, okay, in his age group, he said, I am inside Parati 1,428. And then in the male gender, the XY gender, the one that the brigadier and my lord and Baloyi said is a mixed DNA. But we are not there. We are not there. I'm not going to digress down that DNA route. In the male gender, his position said I'm inside parity 7,900. He's in position 7,924. Congratulations. This is exciting. If this is not a display of prophecy, this is not a display of perseverance. I don't know what else you need, okay? Some of you still haven't read a book this year. Challenge yourself to read a book this year because Mnisi Wemvula read 60,000 pages. I told you, 60,000 pages is what? 800 and done pages, books. So he literally read 800 books in a period of 4 months. Let that sink in. Let us check the next comment, okay? We are waiting for our Mnisi. You are warm welcome, Mnisi. We will meet you there. Okay. So Mnisi had some live supporters inside Parati. I love it for him. Oh my goodness. And Tembani said, let me tell you something about Mzansi Unfiltered. I don't just want to subscribe. I don't want to just like. I don't want to comment. I want to become a member. I want to be inside Parati within, okay? Because I want to see these members only videos. So come on. Thank you, Tembani, for supporting the channel with your wallet. Okay, I absolutely love it. I appreciate you. I promise not to rob you guys. It's absolutely affordable. Please consider hitting the join button. It supports the channel. It helps me get equipment. I'm actually excited. I am in my studio and I've changed up my setup thanks to the funding I have received through your super chats, through your super thanks, through your memberships. I was able to improve my setup over here. But then we go to Solomon. What does Solomon say? My advocate Wemvula Mnisi will flog the temperatum. And there we go. And Brayton says, all the best to Mnisi, both at the COMRADES Marathon and most definitely in that courtroom. Oh, he surely needs it. Maine says, a robbery gone wrong. Hell no. Cooking gone wrong. There we go. I agree because it's velling, okay? It really is velling. It's velling so much that, the cooking is cooking. The cooking just keeps on cooking. And nobody knows, like, when is it going to be ready? When are we going to eat? We are tired. We, the people, are tired of waiting for the food. We need the food, okay? We need the food inside Parati within because we, the people, okay? We're just tired, okay? We're just people. We just need to know, okay, that there is going to be justice for SENZO MEYIWA one day. But then the question is, how will justice arrive if they don't even want to do an inspection in loco? Have you ever heard of that? Like, no, we don't want to do the inspection in local. No. We don't want to do the inspection in local because who the hell wants to do an inspection in local? No, I, the brigadier, have already gone there. Take my word for it, my lord. I mean, come on now. You can't seriously be expecting us to do that. And then we've got to contact correctional services. We've got to set up security. Never mind that over there in the Western Cape, they did it like this. They did it in minutes. Judge Ndim said, listen, I'm tired of hearing about these rocks. I need to understand what everybody is talking about. We're going inside Pagati Saldana Bay, right there and there. While the witness was on the stand, they stood up and they went. What is so difficult about doing this now inside Judge Ratha'S courtroom? If things have not been clear to you before, I hope they are clearer now. Because what do you mean? You don't want to do a local inspection. And then, we have Baloyi putting up his hands and then he's saying, well, you see, my lord, why can't we do an aerial shot? Okay, fine, I'll commit to a video. Like, come on, guys. Why is the defense being so difficult? Shalolo, who was back inside Pagati, the courtroom, said, come on now, my lord, a local inspection in local is physical. And then she takes a seat. And then my lord says, what do you mean? What does that even mean? And you can tell Shalolo, she always has to choose her words. And I absolutely hate that. I hate that she has to choose her words because she knows if she says anything out of line, ooh, the whip is coming right out. And she says, an inspection in local is physical. So that means we've got to go physically. Like, I don't know what Baloyi is talking about. Like, does he not understand? That's what we want. And Baloyi's like, okay, fine. Well, we will have to arrange with, we will have to? Why are you using future tense? Because, the English language tells me you are using future tense, and you have displayed 465 times in that courtroom that you understand the English language because you have challenged others. Maybe she doesn't understand So we know that Baloyi's English is spot on. Why are you using future tense, Baloyi? Because the local inspection was already ordered, and you said you needed to arrange security. And then you come back to court 2 days later to say, we will need to arrange and speak to correctional services. And you're coming up with excuses because you really want to come with a video. Not in this age of AI. No. Especially after the brigadier told us that over there, inside Pagati, that campus, that there's a shopping mall. My lord, why would we flog? Why would we assault accused number one, almost severe, in a parking lot? That's so ridiculous. Why would we do that? There's a mall. There are people. It's open. And then Mzansi Unfiltered said, wait, what do you mean? Because that was 2020, okay? We were all inside Pagati houses. Which are these people that you're talking about that were outside watching you flogging until he signed a confession? Who are these people? And then he said, you know what, I'm going to catch Mnisi. Mnisi made a mistake. I still have one more card. As long as Baloyi doesn't allow them to do the physical inspection in local, as long as Baloyi doesn't allow that to happen, we can still make it. Because there's 2 police stations side by side. One of them, let me pull up this photo. There really is a race in the SENZO MEYIWA trial. Let me find the photo. Where's the photo? You see, the police stations are side by side. One of them is the SAPS, the Sloras police station, okay? That one, there's no flogging that can happen there. It is clear as day. You can see everything. You know the one that is quite interesting? It's the one next door. It's the one next door. And my goodness, if Mnisi didn't name this police station, do you know the name of this police station? If you do, drop it in the comment section down below. Let me go ahead and read. Ooh, there's 276 people inside Pagati with the Mzansi Unfiltered. Welcome. I absolutely love to see it. Now let me audit and see if you hit that like button. So while I'm going in, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button because, it makes me so happy, and it supports the channel and it helps everybody know that, hey, Mzansi Unfiltered is live. We're having the time of our lives. We're celebrating Mnisi Wemvula, who went to the COMRADES Marathon. Do you guys know it is not illegal to go to the COMRADES Marathon? It's not illegal. It absolutely is not illegal. It is tomorrow morning. Ooh, we're going to pay the price, okay? Just know we're going to pay the price. We have 276 people watching. What do you mean? 222 people have subscribed to the channel. Thank you. Thank you, darlings. No, 227 people have liked the channels. Thank you, darlings. Thank you. Thank you. That brings me so much joy. But I have insider information, and okay, there's over 1,600 people that have come through to the channel, okay, who've come through to the live. So make sure you hit that like button because it supports the channel and it lets those who didn't turn on their notifications know Mzansi Unfiltered is inside Phakathi live. Main says 1 case, 1 court, but 2 dockets. Okay, good ningi. We love Sis Nani. We surely do. Where is she today? Well, let me hit my link here. Let me drop this link into the comment section. I always struggle with this little step. Hold the line. Talk amongst yourselves in the comment section. Let me just do a little bit of admin. There we go. I've pasted. Now I have to pin it so I don't forget. Ooh, how do you pin a comment? Oh my goodness, there, I did it. Oh, come on now. I'm still struggling. 1 second. Technical difficulties over here. See, this is what happens. It's a one-man show. There, I've pinned the comment. There you go. Next time I actually should type if you want to join, blah, 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 blah. But you guys have been here many times. You're very familiar how we work. We have Punyeza, and she says, waiting patiently. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Dan is also here. Kiliwahila is here. Timakato is here. Tafita is here. Zoli is also here. And Zoli says, congratulations to Advocate Mnisi Wemvula. He makes us so proud. Yes, he does. So many ones. Okay, I'm happy you guys can hear me loud and clear. And then we have Uguhle, okay? Good evening, Mzansi Unfiltered family. I am Phakathi inside. You are loud and clear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you guys. Then we have Usiyabonga. Siyabonga says, Hayine Imvula, there is a race that he must run. I agree. I am just so proud of him. I am beaming. I'm smiling. I am so inspired. Lambert Design says, congratulations, Advocate Mnisi. I hope someone was able to gift him with a first-class ticket back to Ujozi. I don't even think it's, I don't even, let's talk about that. Let's just talk about that for a second. 1 second. So let's talk about that. I think that it's a noble gesture, absolutely, 100%. And I also would have loved to chip in for that, just so that we can please. It's like going to an abusive boyfriend. You know he's going to be abusive. You know he's going to be angry, but you still go back and you say, you know what, maybe if I take a first-class ticket and I fly there, I've just ran the COMRADES Marathon. He should have been so proud of me. I've just run the COMRADES Marathon. I've done the best time ever. I'm not even going to be able to celebrate with the other athletes. I'm not going to be able to talk about it. I'm not going to be able to stop and pause because I have this abusive boyfriend. I don't get home before midnight. Oh, Zakara, okay? It's going to be lit. So I'm gonna run the COMRADES Marathon because it really means a lot to me. And then when I finish running the COMRADES Marathon, I'm then gonna run the other marathon to the airport. And then hopefully, but then I don't know what time I'm going to finish the COMRADES Marathon. So what plane do you book? And don't forget, when you book you also have, hello, Victor. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you. Let me finish this point and I'll beam you up. And then just because I have, what ticket do you buy? Have you replenished your electrolytes? There's just so much adrenaline involved. So I am of the view, I am Team Advocate Mnisi Wemvula. See you on Tuesday. Drop a 5 in the comment section down below if you agree that Mnisi Wemvula must come to court on Tuesday after he has had time to rest. Whew, but that's going to be a tough one. I mean, Shalala wasn't there for weeks upon weeks. And she just graced herself into the courtroom and took a seat, and the judge, and she stood up and said, I'm here and I'm representing accused number 5. And my lord said, okay. And they started the day. Just like that. Victor, I've beamed you, but I'm not sure why you're not coming up. So let's try this one more time. So yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. A first class ticket, he still needs to rest mentally and physically. He ran for 10 hours. Me, if I run for 5 minutes, okay, I need to lie flat and breathe in and out, okay? Kilivokile says, comrades recover. Oh, I didn't even see this comment, but there we go. Comrades recovery, it's 2 weeks. What Mnisi will do to Rata when he comes back. Ooh, I agree, because he had to run the race and then run the next race to get back into that courtroom. I don't know. I can't predict what he's going to do tomorrow. I'm just happy he went to the comrades race. I'm so excited. If you haven't noticed already, I'm so excited that he ran the comrades race. I was so excited that I even did a whole reel. Okay, you guys know I don't do reels like that. I did a whole reel in support of Omo, okay, the official sponsor of the Comrades Marathon. And I said, no problem. I'm going to do laundry, take a video, do these things that these people do. I'm going to use my platform and say, you know what? Shout out to Omo. We absolutely love you because you are sponsoring our advocates, okay? You are sponsoring our athletes so that they can have an outlet, because Monday to Friday, Ziakala inside that courtroom. Guys, I edit videos Monday to Friday. You know this. You see them. I do it multiple times. When there are some days I can't do it because it gets too emotional for me. I get overwhelmed. Sometimes I get very angry, especially when it's a certain witness that talks forever and really, really takes up my time. In the Jocelyn Smith trial, I couldn't even do videos after the sentencing was done. Do you know what that means for me as a content creator? Those are views and likes that I missed of very, very pertinent information that people were waiting for. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was mentally exhausted. I was mentally and emotionally drained by that case and the pain of knowing that, wait, what do you mean sentencing? So those Mngomezulu are not going to confess? Jocelyn Smith is still not back? I could not record those videos. And I didn't do it. I saw the comments, people saying, I'm waiting for you. I can't wait. I'm waiting for you. I want to see what you have to say about the Jocelyn. I couldn't do it. Then people came to my DMs. What's going on? Where's the video? I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm just talking editing a video while sitting here and at my desk. Mnisi ran for 10 hours. 10 hours. And he's expected to drive back very fast. Is that not also a risk for an accident? I don't want to speak things into existence, but that's what he was willing to do. And he just said, can I not come on Monday? Can I at least? He asked for 1 day. He didn't say don't sit. He said, I won't be there. Shalolo wasn't there for weeks upon weeks. Mngomezulu wasn't there at some time. Mngomezulu also wasn't in court. And guess who covered Mngomezulu at the beginning of his illness? Guess who covered him? Advocate Mnisi himself. Until, because of Mnisi and the dedication that he has, he said, this is giving unlimited time. I cannot cover Muzi unlimited. Somebody else has got to pick up the bait. And that's when Mngomezulu took over from Mnisi to cover for Advocate Mngomezulu until his demise. But Mnisi Wemvula cannot get a day off. One. He asked for 1 day, not these 2 weeks here, that he actually needs to recover. Next comment says, Timbani says, good evening. Finally, I'm here. Oh, I'm here listening, watching from outside. What? Is this a confession? Did someone call Mboto to take this confession? Oh, Timbani says, let me make sure I'm understanding. No, but Timbani's a member. I'm confused at your comment. Okay, let me read. English is not Englishing for me right now. Let me read this slowly. Good evening. Finally, am here of listening, watching from outside. Thank you for your inspiring analysis. Keep it up. As a mom, I'm proud to have a lady daughter like you. Okay, mommy, come on in, mommy. Oh my goodness, thank you. You know, I've always read your comments and I just assumed you were a man. This is what happens when you assume you make an ass of yourself. I stand corrected. Mommy Tembani Mahlangu is inside Pagati the house. Please show her some love. Thank you so much. Thank you for your inspiring analysis. Oh, thank you. This made me smile so much. Oh gosh, I'm blushing. Yay, the camera's off. I appreciate your indulgences. Thank you. We also have hello, Queen of South Africa. Welcome back. We as Mngomezulu attorney. Guys, you have to follow the cases that I follow. Otherwise, you're going to miss the joke. It's going to fly over you, okay? Queen of South Africa says, we as Mngomezulu attorneys are representing on behalf of Advocate Mnisi, my lord. Welcome, okay? My name is Mngomezulu, okay? Of Mngomezulu attorneys. I have never heard any advocate self-market themselves like Mngomezulu of Mngomezulu attorneys. She did it every time she stood up. Like, come on now. It's been weeks, okay? In the Jocelyn Smith chat, we know who you are. Okay? We know who you are. Get on with it. Noza says, Safia Sangena Tina. Bakale Bazive. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Channel member, Barbara Peters. Good evening, family. I'm inside Pagati. There we go. Okay, I remember why I'm confused. This is our brand new member. This is why. Okay. Now I understand. This is our brand new spanking. That's why she says I'm finally am here from. She has been watching from outside. Okay, now it comes together because how did I figure this out? Barbara's color is different. If you didn't know, when you become a channel member, YouTube assigns you colors, okay, and then it just highlights your name, and then it shows how long you've been supporting the channel with your wallet. And I love to see it, okay? I love to see it. Thank you for all your support. Dan is here, okay? Yes, Mnisi made it to the finish line. Woo-hoo-hoo. Dan says Rams is the only one doing that. I don't know what you mean. David says Pagati. Yes, David. Mr. Danzi. I don't mean accused number 2. Exactly. Good evening, family. Hello. Mnisi wemvula. I'm just so excited, so inspired. And then we have Ignacia Palati inside. I see you. This is a race that he must run and victories to be won. And he went, and he ran, that race. Somebody's sitting in their home very, very upset that they won. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow, that courtroom is starting at 8 a.m. I bet you court is going to suddenly have to start at 8 a.m. all of a Sunday. Because you know, Judge Ndim's courtroom used to start at 8 a.m. while other courtrooms start at 10. I don't want to mention names, but they know themselves. Neville says, my lord, is it legal to give cheers with a Coca-Cola? Absolutely. As long as it's a drink, we are cheersing, okay? We are definitely cheersing. Yeah. And then we have Gushe. Gushe says, nah, he never said that. He just wrote his email to the judge via the registrar. And you know what? Nothing was wrong about that. And it was confirmed by Mpofu and other advocates. 100%. He was 100%. 100, actually, no. Mnisi was 1000% in the right. My Lord just caught feelings and had his panties in a knot. And we just don't know the real reason why. Has the JP gone to tell him? It's 2025, okay? Nobody talks to judges directly. They talk through the registrar. But speaking of Dalimboff, Advocate Dalimboff, okay, he's the real darling here, okay? I love what he did. He did the interview. The interview was supposed to go left and talk about how bad, what kind of a bad advocate Mnisi is. How dare he ask for time off to go to the Comrades Marathon? Who does he think he is? The world and the people are waiting for justice for Senzo Meyiwa because, hello, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why would you say that? And then, you know, Dalimbofu said, no, we're not going to focus on the petty little details that you're trying to get me through. I know you're a news channel. You want to get views. You want to get more sponsors. We're not going to do that. We're going to talk about the facts, okay? The merits of the case. And the merit here is he wrote to the registrar, and the registrar said, yes, okay, my Lord, here's your message. And my Lord threw his fingers up and down. He had a fit. I don't care what happens. See you on Monday then. We have Victor. Hi, Victor. Welcome. We hear you. Your mic is on. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you guys?
Yay! Go ahead, give us your live reaction. Advocate Mnisi Wemvula finished his race today. Go for it. That gives me a chance to drink some water.
Yeah, hello guys. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I want to drop my few cents in the next 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not from here, but I feel for Tanzi very well. I don't know, maybe I get the pronunciation of the name very well. I fell for that guy
You
from the
did very
beginning.
well.
I fell for the guy.
Do you want?
And one thing I know about this case is that, like, this thing can easily be solved. Let the defense, all of them, let them request for the legal aid. Like they need their own expert to dispute everything the state have put, both forensic, both the phones, both anything that they can. Once legal aid deny them, they should come to the world and tell that no, they don't want justice for this guy, for Senzo, because I know that guy.
Are you still there? Or is it me? Can you guys still hear us? Drop a 6 in the comment section if you hear me loud and clear. But wait a minute, Victor, where are you joining us from? You sound, let me know where you're joining us from. I definitely am interested to know. And the reason for that is wait a minute. Wait a minute. People are watching this from outside. What? We've been saying this. The
Hello,
embarrassment
sis.
now that it's
Everybody
a
is watching
global.
from the world, from the whole wide world. Like, let the defense ask for their own expert, the forensic, because what I know about the region, like, once the region is not match, you are not the one. Once you are the one, you are the one. Your region will be matched. All the 16 region will be, and the forensic guy came to the court and said that once you are not the one, you are not the one. Your region does not match. Does not mean maybe you are 8 out of 16 or 4 out of 18 or 16 out of 12. Once the region does not match, is not match. You are not the one. That one alone dispute all those guys in the dock. They are not the one inside that house because the heart say that those guys they are not there. Let defense ask or as in they should ask for the legal aid to help them to ask for their own forensic guys, both experts, both phones. They should ask for the cells of those downloads that states claim that they downloaded. Their own experts should do their own forensic on it to know what is going on. You can't come and copy a file of for me for last years and say that's what downloaded some years back. It's not possible. The day of download on the shell will be there. You can't. That's something that you can't
Yes.
manipulate through forensic. You can't. Let all those guys. They should just stop all these gimmicks. They should just call for their own forensic guys to come and dispute everything state put on. As in, no, I feel for in terms of God. I don't want to be in that guy's situation. I don't want.
165%. I agree with you. Actually, 1000%. Okay, why am I giving you just 65%? Well, I agree with you all the way. Okay, thank you, Victor, for joining us. Okay, worldwide. Okay, inside Pagati within. And he is expressing what we have been screaming. Okay, that this is so unfair. I will quote Patricia Mashale, and she said, and I quote, well, not verbatim, but she said, prisons are built for the poor. I will never forget the day she said that. It really, really, really resonated with me. It was mind boggling because she wasn't wrong. Not at all. See, I saw a comment yesterday that said, Longwe Twala's, Chico Twala's firearm was tested. Longwe Twala's foot footage, not the foot, but the footage is coming to court. And I said, you forgot one thing. You forgot even Longwe Twala's AVL came to court. Everything except Longwe Twala himself. Wow. That is impressive. That I just need to pause and think about this because it caught me off guard. Somebody also said they're watching from United Arab of Emirates. What? This is, you know what? Drop your locations. Drop your locations in the comment section. Let's hear this because we are in a time where worldwide people are witnessing a whole judge, okay? A judge. Not just a deputy judge or, an acting judge. No, a judge, like a real judge. Well, we'll say retired judge. So is it a good idea to have judges come back from retirement? That then becomes the bigger question because now we hear them saying, you didn't send me the email. You sent my registrar the email. How could you do such a disgusting thing? And everybody, even LPC, LPC, the one that sent Sambo, the one that can duplicate FFC numbers, even them, they said, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Judges Matter, okay, said no. What are you talking about? Judges Matter said it twice. One with Mngomezulu Benjamin, okay, in case you guys think he's biased. And then they said, no, let's hear it from the other gender. Maybe the other gender will give us the information we want to hear. Because there's a side that desperately wants the judge to be right. And that doesn't sit well with me. Because it feels like Judge Ratta is not alone in his world of mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Oh my goodness. If they are not white, then they're black advocates. And this country is led by black advocates. Black advocates. A white advocate would never, ever ask for time off. And then a reporter on a very popular mainstream media platform, okay, over there. Because some people, and the channel number starts with a 4. And then some people, they don't watch YouTube, and some people just rely on their DSTV subscription. Imagine paying a subscription and not knowing that what they're telling you is not what happened in court because you're not subscribed to Mzansi Unfiltered, The Real Mastermind, Noni M Podcast, Clantis, Who else am I missing? Bongani, drop the names in the comment section down below. Just because you're not on the YouTube, because you're one of those people that like to say, those YouTubers. I got a comment this week that said something like, you YouTube lawyers. It's like, okay. You seem a little bit too passionate there. I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm gonna let you sit in your grave because trolls amaze me. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to educate a troll. So if you're a troll, drop a 10 in the comment section down below. I want you to know this little secret. One, you cannot get rid of a YouTube channel all by yourself. Two, when you comment in the comment section, whether it is good, bad, you think you're bashing the host, especially Miss I Digress, you think you're attacking someone, baby, just keep typing, okay? It pays the bills for me. Just keep typing. Even a comment from a troll assists the channel. That is why you will see me jump right in when it's a troll. I'll go in and then I'll find the Mzansi Unfiltered families there. There'll be 10 comments and I'll come in and say, yes, keep flogging and flogging the dead horse. And then the comment keeps going. You're telling YouTube your opinion matters. You have a huge opinion on this channel, this video. And YouTube says, keep sharing the video. You've just helped the very channel you're trying to troll. I hate to break it to you. I should never have disclosed this secret, YouTube secret, but it doesn't work. Okay? When you comment your prolific comment, you're helping channels like mine grow. I hate to break the good news to you. But I always say, if ever you don't agree with me, and it's always a safe space, I don't mind. I don't mind. But I know the difference between active conversation and someone just trying to be a nuisance in the comment section. There's a huge difference. And we don't always have to agree. My comment section is a very safe space. I've always kept it that way. Whenever it gets too toxic, there's a secret button as well. I'll tell you now. Just get rid of you. Never see you again. Okay. You'll be out there thinking Mzansi Unfiltered. But what amazes me, I personally would never use my phone, my data, my Wi-Fi to watch a channel I don't like. There was someone who commented. I can also see how many times you've commented on the channel. I can see that you consistently come back to watch the videos as a troll, to talk nonsense in the comment section. I mean, it's amazing to me. You should sign up for the Comrades Marathon. Okay, this is a plug. Okay, for the Comrades Marathon. Sign up for the Comrades Marathon. Run the race like Mnisi Wemvula. Have an outlet for your frustrations of the YouTube channel. But I digress. So there's somebody out there who's probably watching mainstream media and believing what mainstream media is saying, especially when they're pushing the narrative that Mnisi Wemvula was wrong. Well, Mzansi Unfiltered wants to push the narrative that Mnisi Wemvula persevered through adversity, all odds against him. He showed up for the marathon, he ran it, he finished the race because he has a race that he must run. And he did just that. And he did it right. And he wrote the email to the registrar. It is there on record. If this case goes somewhere else, like somebody likes to say, well, somewhere else will know Mnisi Wemvula did excuse himself. It would be different, guys. It would be a whole different story if Moses Sibiya was holding a press conference and was up in arms about his legal representation going out there to run the Comrades Marathon and not being present. It would be a different story because, yes, that is who is instructing him and telling him, no, I don't think you should, kind of not be there. I'm going to need you inside Pagati, the court. I can't rely on Momalo because he's just going to say, I agree with my colleagues. That's not the defense I'm looking for, okay? I'm possibly facing life here if I'm convicted. I need a fighter. But Mnisi said, listen, Moses Sibiya, the marathon is good for me. It's mentally challenging, it's physically challenging, and it helps me, it gives me that creative outlet. That's 10 hours where possibly Mnisi Wemvula, I don't know. I don't think he had his headphones on and was listening to music. I think he was out there saying, how am I going to tackle that courtroom? What strategy do I have? Princess is in the building. Hi, Princess.
Hi, Mzansi. How are you, sisters?
I am great.
Oh,
You know what? Thank you so
yeah.
much for joining. I'm so excited to see you. Tell us about
I
yourself. Where are you joining us from? Tell me what you think of the
okay.
Comrades Marathon, Advocate Mnisi, everything.
No, he did well, but he needed time, but he has need to release all the stress and everything. I'm in Nockham Park. It's a suburb in Kempton Park. You know what,
Hampton
Mzansi,
Park
what I
is
want
the
to say?
Go ahead.
You know what I want to say?
I love your smile.
Thank you, my dear. I'm worried if Mnisi can miss, as much as we are with Mnisi on this, if Mnisi can miss this thing for tomorrow for local, we don't want to give a Rata an excuse to cancel it. We don't want to give Rata, especially since it was Mnisi who requested for that local inspection. So as much as he's tired and we feel
Yeah,
for
that's
him,
why.
what I know, yeah, and I know that tomorrow there won't be any proceedings that are going on. There won't be. And
I
I
wanted
think
to this
Mnisi wrote
moment.
that email early. He was supposed to wait. He didn't know. Because you see now, when it comes to local inspection in local inspection, now Baloyi, he starts here, they have to arrange security, they have to arrange that, this and that. So obviously he was going to ask for adjournment, Baloyi, the way I see it. He was going to ask for it is because they are still busy looking for people, for security, arranging this and that. If Mnisi knew, he was just supposed to sit there. Yeah. And the other thing,
Well, the argument online. Go ahead.
yeah. Okay, you can talk, my dad.
No, go ahead. I'll speak at the end.
The other thing is, where are those Jonathan and the Buteles if now they are struggling so much for security? And these people, they were transporting the whole 24 hours, people, they were not sleeping. They must arrange them so they can go there and see where they did all the mess.
Wow, that is such a brilliant point. Princess is in the building and she says, "Where's Jonathan? Where's Vutelezi?"
Yes.
You guys were
Yes.
there. Okay. Escortation is needed urgently inside the courtroom. But you know what is crazy for me?
Yeah.
The escorts are there. I saw it happen live in the Western Cape. They stood up and they went. There was no discussion. They stood up and they went
in the
there
shacks.
and there. Yeah,
imagine.
They did.
Phosphorus is not scary, and the worst part of it, the area they are going to. Let me tell you, I grew up in Phosphorus. I was born in Boxbeck. I grew up in Phosphorus. I attended school in Phosphorus. Gold Spot is just there. That's where we're paying our municipality next door there, Gold Spot. Everything is just next door like that. It's just next door like that. From entry, when you turn, those keep he's talking about, those taxis, they are up there. They are not even close to what they are. Those local private cars for people who are doing those things. If Kininda was saying, hey, how can we do that when people are washing?
Do you know when you speak of Gold Spot, you remember Gold Spot? Someone left a comment and said, some of you went to Gold Spot today, but Mnisi Wemvula went to do the marathon. You brought up some very valid points. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Some of you went to Gold Spot today.
Yeah.
Some of you didn't read a book today, but Mnisi ran for 10 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you had no respect, some of you, all you did was comment as a troll all day long.
And then, to rub it to Rata, Mnisi need to bring that award. He needed to bring that medal. He just put it there on top there.
What do you mean? Sorry?
I say to wrap it to Rata. Mnisi needs to bring that medal. That medal, he needs to bring it to court and just put it up there so that my Lord can see.
my Lord would never allow that because of the court decorum. So that is why channels like myself, Mzansi Unfiltered, have taken it upon ourselves, because I don't see that mainstream media channel saying, congratulations, he went for the race, he completed the race, he beat his best time ever. Let's see if he'll be in court tomorrow. They are not going to update the members of the public on that. They want to leave them the notion that how dare he ask to go run the Comrades Marathon, when the
Yes.
people, members of the public, are crying for justice for Senzo Meyiwa. By the way, the marathon was just a few kilometers from Umlazi. So shout out to those who are in Umlazi, the hometown of Senzo Meyiwa. Go ahead, my dear.
But I can tell you, I was worried because Rata didn't have a right to read that, because now you put Mnisi's life in danger. He put Mnisi's life in danger to say where Mnisi will be, and you must know when Mnisi say I'll be driving back. You don't know what's gonna happen on the road. You don't know. I was so angry that Rata is unprofessional. Serious. This man is, if got angry, you know what? He's angry, this man. He lives in an apartheid era, this man. Apartheid, it runs in him, and he never, I don't know what happened to him. That's why he lives in Krugerstop. That's why he lives in Krugerstop, because he say, me, I live in Krugerstop. Who stays in Krugerstop, Mama? Most people who stay in Krugerstop. Boas.
Yes, they do, and they spend a lot of time playing golf and doing other activities. And he drives an 8-cylinder vehicle. But here's the thing. I agree. I felt very unsafe that everybody knew exactly where he was going to be on today o'clock. Exactly where he was going to be. And that is a great opportunity. If people were planning anything, to plant themselves, even register themselves and have themselves running the whole 10 hours just to escort him. But the good news is we serve a living God. I believe Mnisi is protected, and Mnisi is doing the work that has a lot of people upset, okay? Because, my Lord, why can't we just bring a video, okay? I've got videos, lots of videos, okay? Lots of videos of Voslorus police station. But that is not the police station. I haven't seen you guys drop the police station in the comment section, okay?
That police station is an open plan.
The police station. That one is open, but the one next door is not.
That one next door, it's municipal.
Which?
Because police station, it does not have a gate. Police station does not have a gate, which is the first one here. It's the last one. In fact, the police station from entry is the last one. The first places they will pass Gold Spot, they will pass municipality, they will pass metros, they will pass what, and then the police station is the last one. Police station and the court, because when on the entrance, when you enter on the right, that is the court, and then when you look up just down, that is the police station door. It's just one place, it's one building. But the court is this side, the police station is there, but it's all in one. And then all the space, it's a parking. I've been there, I don't know how many times.
The virtual inspection in loco, okay? She has verified and walked us through from the N3 all the way down. From N3, it's Gold Spot first. We're going to the Gold Spot. Where are the...
When you turn from N3, you take Perima Race. You take Perima Race from N3.
Yes.
Perima Race, when you enter Perima Race, or you turn right, on your left, it's a taxi rank. Big taxis there, it's closed, it's closed there. And then you pass there. And then it's a robot. The robot, there's a small place there. It used to be Ellerins.
Where is the...
I can see it. I grew up in Chaiya. I grew up in Tindela there. I spent my childhood there. I left Voslorus to live with my parents in Soweto when I was in grade 9. I grew up there. That is my place. My grandmother, my family is there. They are there.
Where? Tell us. Give us another physical walkthrough, okay? Because Umshalolo said only a physical local inspection. Where is the Ekurhuleni police station? Where is it? The Metro Police.
Police station is
So there's
down. It's down
Vosloorus
when
and then
you are
right
in,
next door.
yeah. You pass Goldspot. There's Goldspot. They shop right there, and those KFC and the smaller nyana shops there. You remember the time of this thing? What is called the time they were looting shops. They were looting shops after Jacob Zuma was sent
Yes.
to prison.
Jacob
That was the
Zuma.
first mall they looted.
Yes.
It was that's Goldspot, the first one that they looted there, where
Ah.
they went out with things and people. Yeah, that was the one. Then next door, it's municipality. The entrance is there. And then the next door municipality, it's metro. All there is just fence, separate them, fence, each one. But they are just in a straight line. All of them straight line on the right hand, after the robot.
So tell me, when Moses Sevilla says they made me sit down in the parking lot, do you believe him? Is it visible from the street, somebody passing by? It's visible. The parking lot?
All right. When you enter the police station, there's a wall. There's a wall. That wall. It's a wall just standing there. You don't know even it was built to make one day it will be a gate. I don't know. It's a wall there. That's where I'm thinking that Muzi, maybe he's saying that's where they put him. Because when you enter inside, remember that these people, they did this, it was 7. Court is closed. There's no spitty pit. Police, police stations, they sit inside there. So it's empty there. So it's this place, that small place, they park the cars and then just to surround, and then no one can see what's going on. But a person who's from the street, whatsoever, you can't see from the other side until you enter the yard of the police station. You enter inside.
So in 2020, were you still in Vosloorus or had you moved to Kempton Park?
No. I've been here from 2004 here in my house. But I can tell you, I go to Vosloorus every time. My family is there. When there's functions, when there's what, we pass there. Even I was telling my husband, I say, you see Goldspot, that one. We pass there every time we go because that is our road, MC Potha Road. And that's to hostel. It's not even 2 minutes from that police station because they have to drive straight. It's just one road. It's MC Port, all police station, everything. Because on your left-hand side, when you enter police station, on the left-hand side, it's a Zulu hostel. Zulu hostel. We grew up calling it Ezinzuleni because that time we were calling Zulus Izinzula. We call it Zulu. Now it's called Zulu hostel, Ezinzuleni. Then when you curve going down the shops, here's Basotho hostel down there. You go down. Here's Basotho hostel on your right. You go down. Here is that spa. That one. He say they went and buy alcohol. That is Zungunizer. That liar. Where he say they went to buy alcohol. Everything is not far. Everything is just there. And then the civic center.
Can you describe for the record? Can you describe for the record the Basotho hostel? What does it look like?
Like a hostel.
Is it a brick wall? No. It's a brick wall because it's
a brick wall. It's a brick wall. Yeah. I don't know which area you live, but all hostels, they are the same buildings. They are the same. They are built the same. They were built the same. All with that brick. Brick. And then outside you will find the cars. They are parked. Fixing and all that. Next door, there's a funny petrol garage there. Petrol garage, that is what. And then I think next door, when you go a little bit down, is civic center there. Civic center where pensioners, they get their money paid. And then on your left, it's a Checkers. We call it Checkers, but it has that tops where they buy alcohol. Yes. It has spa, all those things.
You remind me of.
And let me tell you something. When you go down that road, still when you go down that road to pass that robot for that tops, you go down. Here's Lised. Lised, where these guys they say they were visiting. Here's Lised. Lised is a small mall there. Also there. Lised is next to my place. Yeah. Lised. It's in Basotho. The area is Basotho. That's why the hostel next to it is called Basotho Hostel, because the area is Basotho. That means it stays Sutu people mostly. But the hostel doesn't mean it is Sutu people. The hostel is full of Zulus.
Princess, you have given us the physical inspection in loco. I see everything clearly as day now.
When they talk, they in court, my mind is there every time, is there. You know, when they talk, they in court, is there. Even if you don't put them there, even if you put them in municipality, the site of municipality, they won't even see anything because it's next to Goldspot. Goldspot is next to a municipality. Even I was looking, even if they put him there was no one who was going to see, especially that time of the night and at the time of COVID. There was no one who was going to see.
Oh.
I just wish, as much as Mnisi is tired, Mnisi must go.
You remind so many to the local inspection. The inspection.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to take this opportunity to thank Advocate Baloyi, George Baloyi. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want to take this opportunity to thank Advocate George Baloyi for delaying to set up the inspection in loco. Okay, because we cannot have the inspection in loco without the requester of the inspection in loco, which my lord would have really said, yes, let's go. He's not there. I do not care. Baloyi, this one is for you. Thank you. Thank you for not setting up security, even though security is seated inside the courtroom. Thank you to Princess for describing everything so vividly. And I'm sure she's not the only one. She reminds me of Advocate Mngomezulu. Anytime he would say, and then you take the M3, how did you know to exit here? Like you can visually see all these exits. I'm so happy you joined the live and you hit that join button because we can see now. We can see clearly now.
Yeah.
So here's another
and
thing.
Then the house for those Kelikumalu. The house for those Kelikumalu. It's less than 5 minutes from there. Yeah. The house for those Kelikumalu. It's less than 5 minutes from there. From those places. Goldspot, everything. Less than 3 minutes, 5 minutes. The hospital which they took SENZO is on the left. In that robot, it's called Spot this side. In the robot, when you go to the hospital, they took SENZO. There, you turn right, you turn left. There, the hospital there, Butsilong Nai. The private hospital, first private hospital there in Ratha'S, Butsilong. I know even some nurses and some what people I grew up with who are working there as nurses and sisters.
So here's what
everything is there. Everything is less than 10 minutes.
I think that, if you have never been to the area, you wouldn't have known without, Princess's guidance. That everything is right there inside Paga. It's a one-day trip to do this inspection in local. We need the defense to know that everything is there. Is there. And they need to not only go and verify Moses' version sitting on the pavement at the police station or inside Gininda's car, or is it Mahona's car? But they need to verify everything. They need to see it all. They need to see the pointing. Muzi pointing to the park, Muzi pointing to the house, Muzi pointing to where they were standing. They need to go
That's
see
what I wanted to say.
They need to go see everything. This
because everything is 1 minute apart, 1 minute apart, 1 minute apart, 1 minute apart. Everything is just one street there, MC Porter there, and then when you go by Kelly in that cycle, and then you turn right. It's not even 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You are there, and then spread view. It's up there on top there, whatsoever, what. These people, they must not make us as if now this thing it happened here, and then we have to travel 10 hours whatsoever, what. I see who knows the area, who knows even all these things that they are saying. You just like,
I think you cracked the code. I think you made it very clear to me why Advocate George Baloyi just wants to do a video. Because he knows once you're there, you can see it all. Like, wait a minute. Is that Masutrini? Let's go to Masutrini. We saw it in the Jocelyn Smith trial. They went to the car wash. They went to the rocks. They went to Kelly's house. They went to Makaleni's house. They went to Renz's house. They went to the Blue House. I can't remember what the significance of the Blue Houses, but they did it all, and it was the judge who demanded that inspection in loco. And when I remember when they stood at the rocks, the judge said, "Why did you bring me here?" and then they now had to walk the other way. And there was a man with the, I don't know what it's called, Vatem, the measuring circular thing, running around and measuring everything. We really need that in the Senzo Meyiwa trial.
And did you see, Mzansi? Did you see how Judge Nathan now sitting up there listening to everything, because now he had everything now.
He knew
everything now. He knew
he could
everything.
Now see
how it was easy for him.
He could visualize.
Exactly.
It was
exactly
very, very easy for him. He now understood, because that's why he demanded actually the inspection in loco. He said, I need to see these rocks. I need to visualize everything. I don't understand. Let's go. And they went there and there. But over there in George Baloy's NPA prosecutorially led investigation, it's very, very difficult to move from the courtroom to Vosloras.
Nowadays, let me tell you something, my dad. Nowadays, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I like all those defense lawyers. But the way Mnisi was struggling these past 2 weeks that Mshololo was not there, the way he never had help from these people who are forever standing up, no objection, my lord, there's nothing I can say. No, me, I can't do that. While other people, they say that's a procedure that you can write. But what's going on with Mngomezulu nowadays? What's going on with Mngomezulu nowadays?
Mngomezulu, for me, is representing accused number 4, who I always say is a guest in this crime. Like his function is so minimal, and I think it translates as well to his legal representation, whose name happens to be Zitulele Mngomezulu. So he's actually living out his name. Even when it came to this local inspection, when it came to the Zungunaiza coming back to court, he wasn't as vocal as I would have loved it to be, which is why I celebrated cautiously Mshololo being back, because we're not sure, is she back?
And he came on the right time. And she came on the right time.
Timing is everything.
Came on the right time.
Someone said in the comment section that Mshololo is actually a finisher. Just like in Stalker, she's a finisher. She ends it, and she always ends it well. So, Shololo, please come back to court permanently. Please come back. Mnisi needs the
I don't think she will miss a day now.
Imagine.
I don't think she will miss a day now.
If Mnisi is not in court. So imagine if Mnisi is not in court tomorrow, and then there's only Ramasipili and Mngomezulu. Like, it's going to be a field day for Baloyi and Gininda. They're just going to be batching the bat, like pop, pop. It's going to be nice and smooth, no objections, nothing's happening. So, Shololo, please come to court tomorrow. Tomorrow, please.
I've never seen a person who is so. Remove me, my darling. Thank you for talking to you. At last, I press until everything it went right. I'm so happy. Thank you, my dad.
I'm so happy to meet you, and I love your passion, and thank you for giving us the inspection in loco. Okay, now we will be ready when we go there. We'll be saying, no, 10 left. When they say no, 10 right. We now know what they'll be avoiding. So you have been awesome. Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Bye, my dad. Bye.
Bye.
How do I remove myself?
I feel bad.
How do I
must kick you. It said I should kick her out. Oh, I felt so bad, but that was the only choice I had. It said, go ahead and kick her out. But we are here. We are inside Parati within. I am so happy, so happy that she joined. She educated, she informed, and we are none the wiser. Let me catch up with the comments. We also have, who is here? Gutle says, I have a race that I must run. Yes. Neville, is this your first time joining the live? I'm excited to see you, because I don't think I've seen you in the live before. Definitely in the comment section, but if it's not, then I'm misreading you. But Neville is here, and she says, I think I remember when he said that to Baloyi. I think I also heard him call Baloyi a fat. What? No way. Why do I not remember this? Tembeni says, comrades, done and dusted. Mnisi, inspection in loco. Here I come. Yes, yes, yes. And then we also say, is it legal to give cheers? Oh, it is legal to give cheers with Coca-Cola, but I'll do the cheers with the real thing on your behalf. Yes, we will. Okay. Lindy says, good evening, all. I'm Pagati within. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we also have Pagati with my like. Guys, please make sure you like the video. Funda Togo, I'm inside within. And then Ignacia says, Rata. Oh, Rata is so dramatic, and I hate those journalists who spread lies that Rata was saying in that tavern court. Yeah. And then they add salt and vinegar, and then it's like, what is the taste of this? What are you trying to accomplish? Because we watch this. Someone said there is a full-time journalist in the courtroom. They are all there from start to finish. It's not like they're there for the morning session and then they disappear after lunch. No, they're there full-time. How do they then misinform the public? That for me is shocking. Bushle says, our Mnisi inside Pagati Comrades Marathon amongst the 22,000 runners who joined the Comrades Marathon. Now let's go to the inspection. There's no inspection tomorrow, okay? There's none because Valoi is not interested, okay? He's going to do like the AVLs. He's going to come back with another excuse when you're there thinking he's coming back and saying, yes, the correction services has arranged all the protection. No, he's not going to do it. He doesn't want to do it. He's not interested. Ponyenzo says, congratulations, Advocate Mnisi, for showing us you have a balanced lifestyle. Preparation for this is intense and takes a lot of time. Rata took you for granted. You know what? He got me to watch the Comrades Marathon. I never watched it before. If you have, let me know in the comment section. Drop a 15, okay? Because I think the Comrades Marathon said, why do we have so many people viewing all of a sudden? There's so many people. What is going on? It's called the SENZO MEYIWA Tribe. We are there inside Parati supporting Mnisi because this is a battle, okay? It is a battle of the giants. And he started and he completed the race. I am so proud of you, Advocate Mnisi. Make sure you share this video, guys. And then we also have Mugwena saying, congratulations, Advocate Mnisi, for finishing the Comrades Marathon. Well done. Well done, sir. Watching from the US in Dallas, Texas. Thank you for joining. Barbara says, our black lawyer did it. He surely did. Our black lawyer did the black things, okay? We finish what we start. He finished the race. Rata has his hand on his mouth like he always does. I bet you he was watching and saying, oh, I can't believe he went. Tomorrow court starts at 7. Benny says, this is my mom. I mustn't call my mom by name. He did forego his registration for the 2 oceans. Thank you. I should have remembered. This is an easy one for me to remember. 2 oceans, okay? Like the wine. And I've been trying to remember. Thank you so much. It was the 2 Oceans Marathon. And he said, I didn't go for it. And you could tell he was heartbroken that he couldn't go. He was heartbroken. But what did my Lord say? Read the pages. You better be finished next time. Because he had read the 66,000 pages. Congratulations to the man. Yes, indeed. He deserves all the celebration. Lambo says, fam, I'm arriving at my brother-in-law, so I can't listen anymore. There's a replay for you, girl. Don't worry about it. Say hi to your brother-in-law, okay? We shall see what tomorrow brings. Chosen one. Okay. Walter uses that name too. Okay. I don't think that's Waltericious. Because why would no, that's not, no, I don't think so. But Mzansi Unfiltered, we are playful today. I surely am. Come on now. Mnisi ran the race, okay? We'll get back serious tomorrow. I think we can allow him the grace to celebrate him. I believe this is a good opportunity, to celebrate our advocates, show them off, okay? Because Mnisi's been treated like a child. I remember him when the judge was reading that email and Mnisi was just shaking his head. Somebody said, I now understand why Mnisi Wemvula is very composed in court. It's because he has the mental strength and training from the marathon. I have a newfound respect for him. Oh, and I was like, you know what? That is it, because there's definitely some emotional maturity. Listen, I would have been dragged out of court. Okay, I'd have been dragged out of court. I'd have been upset, first of all, for the judge reading my business out loud to everybody, because you're not supposed to do that. Okay, you're reading my business out loud. Why are you reading my business? Actually, Mnisi should have asked for an adjournment, but the level the judge was at, he was not going to listen. He was going to say, sit down. That was horrible to witness. Horrible. A grown man being treated less than just because of the color of his skin by somebody. I saw a comment that said, thank goodness it was a black judge. Someone said, thank goodness it was a black judge who said that, because if it was a white judge, he was not going to make it through the day. He wasn't going to make it. Sadly, I have to agree with that comment. And then when you look within and you say, it's always your own. It's always your own. It's always your own. Senzile says, I'm waiting for Mnisi, our hero. Listen, we're going to be standing ovation, okay, in the comment section. I'm going to finally comment, okay, in the live when we see Mnisi inside that court. Oof. I don't like commenting on that live because there's like dragons and demons in there. Ugh. I don't like to attract. And then anytime I comment, then the dragons and demons, they now know there's Mzansi Unfiltered, and then they come and they flock my channel. I don't want that. As much as I want to get to 100,000 subscribers this year, I don't want to attract dragons and demons. They're quite draining, and they're such high maintenance. So then no. So I don't comment, but I'm going to make an exception. When we see Mnisi this week, make sure you give him a standing ovation inside Parati, okay? That comment section. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Neville says, why did the SABC not show the race? Because I don't know. That's a great question. And I think we can ask Griselda. Why wasn't it there? Why? Maybe because they wanted people to pay for it. I don't know. But we can research that one. That's an interesting ask. That's an interesting ask. Olekile says, all work after 60,000 pages and no play, the marathon makes the advocate a dull boy. Okay. Yes, I see you there with your rhymes. And they play. Okay, let me start again. Let me be serious. Dan said I'm very playful today. Let me be serious. Funda Togo. Okay, let me channel my Funda Togo. That time that Baloy can the country read his own handwriting. Let me do this. Olechile says, all work after reading the 60,000 pages and no play, the actual marathon, the Comrades Marathon, makes the advocate a dull boy. And they play like they know English better than the Queen. Come on now. Or the King himself. How quickly they forget. Oh, and we are here, okay? We are here to clock it every time, because that is how, the louder we get, and you can tell when you're watching the mainstream media, the host, they don't really watch as closely as we do, and we can tell, and we should be inside Pagati holding them accountable. And the more, I believe, I could be wrong, the more we hold people accountable, the more difficult it is for there to be any further cooking. You might have been cooking all along. You might have had your three-legged pot, okay, on the fire. But it ends with the Comrades Marathon, okay? We're watching you. Snipegile, okay? Judges Matter, we see you. LPC, we see you. Everybody, we see you, okay? We're watching you. Because I think we've taken a back seat for too long in a lot of the things. Somebody said, I was watching another video about the $6 million budget for the cars. And then the legislators like, I don't know, we didn't buy a car, but the car was parked downstairs, and then the car suddenly disappeared. So I think it's because we've taken a back seat and a lot of corruption has happened, a lot of alterations has happened, and nobody has been calling things forward. We're in a time where we all have cell phones and we all have, well, not all, but we have access. And we should be able to use that to highlight our voices. And Mzansi Unfiltered is committing to doing her part, okay? Using my platform to share our celebration and excitement for Advocate Mnisi Unfiltered because he ran the race, okay? He ran the race. He was told, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Imagine an advocate asking for time off to go and run a Comrades Marathon. And then how am I going to tell the JP why we are not sitting? We are not sitting because Mnisi Unfiltered has to go and run the Comrades race and he will be driving back. Because what? Because what? Because he has a race that he must run. And the race he went to run and the race he completed. What you gonna do now? What you gonna do to me now? Oh, but it's about to get worse in that courtroom because my lord will be sitting there daily staring at Mnisi saying he actually went to the Comrades Marathon. Like that is going to be, things are about to get 2.0 enragement in there. It's about to get loaded. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get sadly insane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He ran downhill as he should. So I don't run uphill. Thank goodness he took the downhill route because the uphill is tomorrow, okay? Inside Bagati, that courtroom. That was in Cape Town this year. 2 Oceans. Thank you, thank you. Oceans Marathon didn't go due to the 60,000 pages. Correct, correct, correct. Does anybody know why the SABC did not show the race? They said, we have a race that we must run and we don't want to broadcast this year. Okay, we don't want to do it. Oh, well done, Mnisi. Definitely, Mnisi Unfiltered. Yes, yes, yes. Guhle says the defense have a big surprise about the inspection in loco, and the state is not ready to deal with the surprise. I cannot wait. Me too. Okay. But please go to all the places that Princess listed. They're right there. They're there. Everything is there. I wonder what it will be like for Musi and Danzi to be back there for the first time since 2020 and the incarceration. I wonder what that would be like for them. I remember when Kelly went, well, of course she went for the inspection in loco over there, and it was her first time returning to Saldanha Bay. And she was being a big baby and she was, crying for attention. Remember, the inspection in loco was not planned. So she was wearing flip-flops. And the chains on her feet said, let me tell you something. You're going to learn a lesson today. You're going to bleed. You're going to bleed. And bleed she did. And then she started crying and she wanted the chains removed. And the police were like, let's not play stupid games, okay? When you play stupid games, you play stupid prizes, you're not going to be released. And she kept crying about it, making a big puff about it. But the media was there. Will the SABC be there? I don't know. But the media was there that day. And then what happened? Then finally they took off the chains because she was just being problematic. And then she walked through that area. She kept walking, and they kept going to all these places and they were showing us everything. And then reality hit. Remember, it was her first time returning to that neighborhood and she cried. Oh, she broke down and cried. I don't know if she was crying, remembering all the places where she was having the tick that she likes, or she really was emotional, like, I am back. I am back. Hlengiwe says, Galata inside Parati. Congrats, my advocate. Mnisi Unfiltered. Let me get through these comments. Very proud of Advocate Mnisi for going out there to distress and recover from the toughest week. Listen, You're so right about that. This was the toughest week. Flowers, son, from the United Kingdom. Boo, 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 boo. You finished that race with grace. Ooh, and it rhymes too. You finished that race with grace. I'm going to steal that line. Congratulations. I am so proud of you, Mnisi. You finished that race with grace. Boom. Make sure you type finish that race with grace in the comment section down below so that those who are watching from the replay are like, what is going on? What is the big deal with finishing the race with grace? Ooh, I like that line. Maga Sandra says, I had to pause because in the Jocelyn Smith trial, they kept saying Makalima, 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 and I kept saying Makalima, Makalima, only to find out they were saying, oh, Makalima. I was so angry. Like, what? So, Umaga Sandra says, hello, Dun Dun channel. I digress. How are you? Hello, mommy. How are you? Kanyusile says, I can't wait for Zumanizer when he comes back on the stand inside Pagati. He's not coming back. My lord is not going to allow that one to happen. And my lord kind of ignored that. We never really got a resolution. It just kind of, and Mumala just said, so it just kind of died down. But you know what didn't die down? Mnisi Wemvula never forgets. He's going to come back and flog them until they give him a straight answer. And Shalala will be there to finish it off and tell them the law and why it should be allowed. Wetumelo says, hey, Virginia, welcome. Come on up. What am I staring at? You're making me nervous. 3, 2, 1. Should I hang up? Do you want to greet us?
Oh, hello, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good,
yes,
thank you.
We hear
How
you
are
loud
you?
and clear. Thank you for joining.
You're welcome.
Very, very well. Very well. Tell me, what are your thoughts on Advocate Mnisi Wemvula and the Comrades race that he completed with grace today?
Yes, well done to our Mnisi. Yeah, well done. Yeah, I'm proud of him as well. I'm just worried tomorrow what's gonna happen, but hope everything goes well with the local.
There is no local tomorrow. I
Oh, there's
guarantee
not
it. I
okay.
could literally put my... No, Mnisi doesn't want it to happen, so he's not going to work fast to do it. But it could be beneficial if he completes everything and has it ready tomorrow. But knowing Mnisi, he never leaves a race unfinished. I am sure he's going to be there. We'll see. I only hope he's not going to be there for his own physical recovery, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see anyway. I'll take my my iPad at work. I normally sneak in and watch it because of the time I'm in the UK at the moment. So, but yeah, I'm just worried about this case, boy.
Hey. Thank you for joining from the UK. Wow, another global viewer. There we go. Let's so what else do you have to say with regards to Mnisi? Do you have a message for him? Congratulations for him.
Yeah, congratulate him. We're really, really proud of you and wish you all the best. Yeah, congratulations, Mr. Mnisi. Well done.
Boo, 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 boo. Well done. And also Otimakatso says, is he why would you say that? Says, is he still alive in judgment? He's alive and well and has completed the race. The Comrades Marathon has confirmed that he started and he finished the race with grace. And not only did he finish, he then exceeded expectations and beat his own personal record. Congratulations, Mnisi Wembula. Mzansi Unfiltered, okay? Miss Digress is so, so proud of you. You did it. We watched you do it. We were nervous, okay? We're not going to lie. We were nervous because the judge, he wants blood, okay? Metaphorically, okay? Don't misquote me. But yeah, the judge is out for blood, okay? You better be in that courtroom tomorrow. I don't know what your plans are, but I know, okay? Jeremiah 29 verse 11. looks like everything is working according to the plans of God. Okay. Higher power is above this. They might bully you down, they might belittle you, but don't forget to give thanks to the Almighty. Okay. Hello, Soft Angel. And then we also have Sipindile. Thank you for joining. Dawn is here. Thank you for joining. Boitumelo says they took advantage of the Kovovo and decided to carry on with this case, and knowing people were not allowed in courts. Oh, I didn't think of that. Because of distancing, we were not allowed on the streets, and they were definitely not there on the streets. That's not Baloy, what's his name? Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kininda says there's no way there could have been a flogging of Muzi over there. People would have seen us. What kind of police would do that? It would end their career, my lord. Kininda, stop. You play too much. You play too much. Okay. You should sign up for a theater or something, because no. Okay. What policeman? There's a policeman who's arrested right now. What do you have to say about that? For his participation in the kidnapping of Gamo. Let me see the brigadier defend that one and tell us what kind of policeman, my lord, would do that. But they have the inspection. They have is it the OB book? The book for the registration of taking the car. That's how they were able to catch him. And it's the one that was also identified by the driver who had Ukamo. So what you gonna do now? What is it that Begitele said? There are good police and there are some really, really bad ones. So, and what did Donald Trump tell us? There's some very, 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 very strange things that are happening in South Africa. Lindy West says, congratulations, Mnisi Wemvula. You did it against all odds. Yes, he did. You know, it's like that show, what's it called? Hunger Games, where they do all these things against all odds. God bless you, son. We love you. Stay blessed and protected. We really do. David says, a sergeant is arrested. I just finished saying this. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know that this was a comment. Isn't that such a coincidence? Okay, this is Mzansi Unfiltered. Okay, we have divine intervention over here. Let me finish reading this comment. Dan is coming up. A sergeant is arrested in Bloemfontein for kidnapping Ukamohelo. Guess what? Assisted the police to arrest their own. The car info. That's right, the AVL. The reason Bokininda and Baloy refused to present all the AVL. That is such a valid point. I'm actually going to do a full video breakdown of that. Thank you, David. Dan, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, Unfiltered, what's happening? How you doing? Can you hear me?
I'm great, thank you. Give us, yes, we hear you loud and clear. I have about 5 minutes left before I end the live. So give us your quick recap. Mnisi, Comrades Marathon, your thoughts. Go for it.
Okay, I'll just go real quick. Yeah, I'm proud of Mnisi. I'm happy that he did what he had to do. I thought he was gonna do it anyway, and I feel like he's gonna come back on Tuesday, refreshed, clear mind, body a little banged up, but it's that good kind of pain, you know. So I think he's like running can be stress relief for a lot of people, so he's gonna come back a little bit mentally stronger. But yeah, and I can't wait for the inspection in local. Whatever happens with that, it's gonna be a field day in a circus, comparing what it should be and what it will be, compared to Nathan Erasmus and gosh, Rata, you know. But no, I actually, yeah, I wanted to ask a question or comment about why are people going so hard on Numalo? Why are people coming down so hard on him? Because I have not noticed any change in his behavior particularly. I mean, he's the one that's kind of stands on his own most of the time, but he's definitely still a team player. I don't see anything too out of the ordinary from him that I've not seen before. But we can't say the same for the lawyer for Mr. Ntanzi, not the accused number two. Like, did you see like I'm confused at how hard he's bootlicking these days. It seems like this point we are in the trial where the state is crumbling, their case is collapsing, and the defense, their credibility is bolstering more and more. I feel like this is a point where everyone who's taken a brown paper bag, they have to draw a line in the sand and let everybody know where they stand, because I'm seeing odd behavior in Rams. I noticed it with that weak ass cross, and now I'm noticing things. He's jumping up to lick boots. Oh, sorry. I mean, Mr. Ntanzi, not accused number 2. And then the most hilarious thing ever, no fear. Mushololo says, "Yeah, I'm in for accused 5." Like, she doesn't give a f, you know. So, and Numalo did the same thing. He didn't say Mr. Whoever. No, he's not playing these games. I think, and it's just me. I'm not saying that. Oh, this guy's a traitor. I don't know, but I think we should watch from this point, and you might see something if you're looking for anything from this point, because this is where the case is starting to change, or the tables are turning now, like more than
ears are turning.
yeah.
Well, on cruise control now, it's really in
Oh
there.
no. No, there's no more cruise control. At this, no, I'm sorry, real quick, and I'll let you go because I know you got to go. We're gonna start seeing those defense witnesses who, like who I said before, they can each collapse this case. You know, Kelly, she can come and say whatever, but if she tells the truth, if her conscience is on her side, she'll tell the truth. Erwin Koza can tell the truth. Safiso is gonna come and tell the truth. Dave Peterson's gonna reveal something. Mapiri, if she breaks, Zungu, if he breaks, Warrant Officer Makubo, you know, he's dying to tell the truth. You know, no pun intended. Hope he's okay. You know, there's so many people here that can come and destroy. It's not just one person. So it's like we're gonna see the tide shift very, very soon, because we're gonna. But this is the case we've been waiting for 3 years. We want to see what the defense has. Not, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just trying to speed run my opinion.
So what I'm gonna do, because I want to respond, and you know I don't like to leave things unfinished. I'm going to end this live and start the next one right away, just because I always have to do less than 2 hours. Otherwise, my whole software just kind of gets all messed up. So guys, I'm going to end this live. I'm going to start the next one. So those who want to continue for part 2, Inside Parati, we start with the conversation. What is going on with the advocates and Dondoni? And then we respond to them. Is that an agreement? Drop a 25 if we agree. If not, we call it a night. Either way, I'm here for you. Okay, I'm here. Let me know your thoughts. Dan,
okay,
will you join?
Oh, for sure. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Somebody's on the camera. Who is that? Is that you?
Sorry?
Are you on camera?
Sorry? Oh, that's me on camera. It's Petunia. Do you want me to click you on, Petunia, or do you want to stay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you did something by mistake. I'm sorry. I'm just get out of here. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna end this because I don't want to lose my recording. I'm gonna end it here. We'll start another one, and I'll respond to Dan. Thank you, everybody. I'll catch you on the next live. But let me sing this one out. How do we end this live? Okay. I just had to do that one last time. Bye, guys.